The end of the HCAC regular baseball season may have been one of the wildest finishes in league history, with 9 teams either attempting to improve their seeding or to qualify for the tournament. With that in mind, this year's tournament could be wide open. Welcome to Kokomo, day 1 of the HCAC baseball tournament. Today's first game features the number 6 seed Franklin and the number 3 seeded Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman. The HCAC Baseball Championships are brought to you in part by the Hampton Inn. Whether you're visiting for business or pleasure, you'll always have high quality and consistent accommodations and amenities. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Passion to Care, beyond home care where passion meets purpose. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Industrial Sales Associates. Industrial Sales Associates has been an electromechanical component manufacturer's representative for Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Eastern Tennessee for many years. The IndianaSRN sports page, wall-to-wall sports news every day. Check out IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. And by the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, catch the best Division III athletics on HCAC.tv, where you always have a front row seat. Troy Dargowski, Coach Keith Myers with you. Game 1 about ready to get underway. It's a full 3 days of baseball. Sun's now out. I know you'll give us the forecast here in a moment. All we need, though, Coach, keep the rain away.
Just a 20% chance of showers early this morning. This afternoon should be iffy, but we'll be okay. 57 degrees right now, cloudy skies. Really ideal. Need a sweatshirt maybe in the stands, but pretty nice day so far.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, 2 teams that you go back to the last, we said a little bit ago, we talked about it in the last weekend of the season, just how wild things were just to get into the tournament or try to move your seeding up. And for a Franklin Grizzlies team who was the number 1 team to look at coming into the season, they barely got in, but they're here.
Well, Sunday we were busy doing some games, and we were updating people. Of the 10 teams in the league, 9 had a chance to be in the playoffs. Only 6 of them made it. Franklin, of their chin, is in this tournament.
Well, let's talk about these 2 teams. Let's start with Franklin. These 2 teams played, of course, twice this year. Franklin ended up losing that first game 11-5. Rose ended up winning that contest after leading after 2 innings, and then they solidified it with 4 on the top of the 9th. They go on to win it by a final of 11-5. In the second game, Rose ended up beating Franklin 7-4. Couillard Rodak had 2 runs driven in, and so already from a mental standpoint, this is a Rose-Hulman team that has the edge coming in.
Yeah, you look at these 2 teams, and that's not a very good omen for Rose-Hulman right now, because Franklin has they win this one, they advance. Rose-Hulman goes in that loser's bracket, and you don't want to get in that loser's bracket because we know how brutal that is to come out of that.
And really the reason behind that is, Coach, is pitching. You think about having to come back, and I know these teams were trying not to use their bullpen down the stretch of the regular season if they didn't have to, but problem is you only had a couple of days rest before here you go.
Well, your aces probably has had the most rest of any of the pitchers. The bullpen, if you get to the bullpen in the HCAC, you got an opportunity to win some games because the bullpens are not as strong. The 1-2 pitchers are really good, but when it gets to that bullpen, it's kind of lean in the HCAC.
Well, Franklin, as we said, they're in the tournament, and they were the preseason favorite. What happened to them throughout the year?
I think the inconsistency of play, and I don't know how you describe that other than it was just really, really tough, and this is a grind.
Yeah.
This HCAC conference is a grind, a tough grind, and inconsistency. Well, you look at the last week of the schedule of the season. Teams that should have won didn't win. Teams that were struggling has playing really, really well.
It isn't that they didn't hit that well. They were 5th in the conference at 297, first in runs scored. But from a pitching standpoint, the Grizzlies 7th in ERA at 7.01. They're going to have to pitch much better to get through this tournament.
You got to be at least 3, I think, to maybe make a noise in this tournament.
And, of course, Rose-Hulman, great year. Team is number 1 in hitting at 306. They're 4th in runs scored, 2nd in hits, and they got a lineup that can be a real killer if you're not careful.
You got to be very, very careful because they can hit the ball.
Tell you what, we'll come back. We'll talk about these two teams in more depth as you see Franklin and Rose-Hulman moments away from the start of this one right here on HCAC.TV. Here's how the Franklin Grizzlies will line up for game 1. A.J. Sanders will lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. Batting second is Garrett DeHart in right field. Hitting third in left field is Tyson Lipscomb. The cleanup hitter, the center fielder, Sean Sullivan. Hitting fifth, the DH, Anthony Smith. Andrew Wallace will hit sixth. He'll be at first base. Batting seventh, Dylan Redmond. He'll be at third base. Adam Taylor hitting eighth. He'll be catching. And Colby Reed will hit ninth. He'll be at second base. And Keith, they're going to be facing a young man in Michael Yeager coming into this one at 5-3 on the season, 61 innings, giving up 61 hits, 55 strikeouts, 21 walks, 41 runs, 37 earned with an ERA 5.46.
Saw him at breakfast this morning, was eating some eggs, some bacon, and was ready to play. As Rose-Hulman stayed at the same hotel that we stayed in last night. So they're ready to play. Key here, Franklin needs to get a quick start. They need at least a 2-spot, I feel, early in the game, and then maybe bite onto it each time. Rose-Hulman feels pretty comfortable right here. They have won the series, but you got to get it done. And I tell you, the underdog always seems to win in this tournament.
Here's how the lineup will go today. It's Rose and Franklin game 1, Mount St. Joe and Anderson in game 2. Hanover will play the lowest seed remaining between game 1 and game 2 at 4:30. Transylvania will play the best seeded remaining team between game 1 and game 2. That'll be at 7:45 coming up later this evening. A.J. Sanders will lead things off, 341 with a home run and 38 runs driven in. Game 1 here from Kokomo. Great to have you with us.
First pitch, 10 a.m.
All 4 games right here on HCAC.TV. As you see A.J. Sanders set to step in. Top of the order, very good. Sanders at 341, DeHart at 377, Lipscomb at 386, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1.
330 down the lines and 400 deep center of 348 in the gaps.
Pitch low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes.
He had a hard time cranking it out of here.
Well, I didn't in center field. It's only 400. I was in pretty good shape. You were struggling after eating all that bacon this morning. That was your problem. Pitch is in there for strike 2-1.
You knew.
I knew.
Delicious.
Yeager set to throw. The left-hander's pitch is on the way and hit foul. We'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rasmussen behind the plate. O'Connell is at second. Couillard-Rodak, or I should say O'Connell's at first. Couillard-Rodak at second. Oliger's at third. Rogers at short. Pitch is low for ball 3. In the outfield, Clyde Brown along with Erpenbeck in right field. Here's the pitch on the way. Line base hit into left field. Good start for Sanders. Hit that one well, and that'll bring up now Garrett DeHart at 377. 3 home runs and 30 runs driven in.
Wind is blowing out today. What a nice ballpark.
Great host and a great facility. And I'm sure the Heartland is glad to be here, and we are as well. As Yeager works into the stretch, and this hits foul and out of play to the right.
Talked to the umpires this morning. They had to rub some mud on a ton of baseballs this morning.
DeHart in that second game against Rose in the regular season went 3 for 4 as that pitch misses outside.
We are using a pitch clock today, 20 seconds. Third base umpire will have the clock.
This one hit foul, almost the same location as the previous foul ball. We'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And if we have a violation on the pitch count, the third base will relay home plate, and then they will give us the sign. Either the pitcher or the batter will get punished. Well, penalized.
Penalized, yes. Here's the pitch on the way, and kind of a half swing that time by DeHart. Nice pitch by Yeager. There's one away.
He just overpowered him in that fastball.
Certainly did. Tyson Lipscomb, 386 on the year, 9 home runs and 48 runs driven in. So for the first time today, we'll go lefty against lefty. Yeager checks the runner at first, and the fastball is up high, ball 1. Boy, the other thing about coming this early in the day on a 10 o'clock start time is the entire routine is a little bit off kilter.
Well, you got into hotel room probably at 11 o'clock, and you went right to bed. You got up probably at 6 because you had to be at batting practice either at 7:30 or 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
Foul tip held on by Rasmussen. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike.
Our crew got in last night, set up. Sticks is here today.
Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is high on the throw, and that'll be stolen base by A.J. Sanders. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Lipscomb. Franklin 20-20 during the regular season. Swing and a miss. And Lipscomb strikes out. Back-to-back Ks now for Yeager. 2 away. And that'll bring up Sean Sullivan. 298 hitter, 9 home runs and 41 runs driven in. Franklin finished the HCAC season at 9-13. As Sullivan steps in from the right side, that is Sanders down at second base, and the pitch is in there for strike 1.
He calls that inside corner pitch. It's going to be an interesting day.
4 umpires working the tournament. Here's the 0-1 pitch, just outside. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Umpires also earned their right to be here today. Good bunch of guys.
Sanders, nice lead down at second base. Yeager checks the runner, the pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss. Right now, Yeager pitching extremely well.
Throwing him off the off speeds a little bit and working the plate.
After the base hit by Sanders, DeHart and Lipscomb both striking out. That pitch a little bit high. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch low and outside, 3-2. Mentioned Yeager on the year. Only 21 strikeouts and 61 innings as that's fouled away, and Sullivan will stay in at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Two away here in the top of inning number 1. Yeager's pitch on the way. Got him looking.
3 strikeouts.
That'll do it for the half inning. Franklin, no score. Rose-Hulman coming to bat.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
Here's how the Fighting Engineers will line up today. Leading things off and playing in left field will be Cade Klein. Batting second at shortstop, Peter Rogers. Hitting third at second base, Coulter Couillard-Rodak. Hitting fourth, the first baseman, Connor O'Connell. Hitting fifth, the DH, Dalton Busboom. Hitting sixth in center field is Colton Brown. Hitting seventh in right field is Josh Erpenbeck. Hitting eighth at third base, Jonathan Oliger. And hitting ninth and catching Mason Rasmussen. Klein at 376 home runs and 38 runs driven in. Luke Harmon getting the start. He's 5-3 on the year. An ERA of 4.44. And his first pitch is on the way, and it's outside for a ball. Klein did not pitch against Rose-Hulman during the regular season. And the 1-0 delivery on the way. That's ripped into center field for a base hit, and Klein continues to hit well at the top of the order. And that'll bring up now Peter Rogers.
Did a nice job of churning on that fastball, driving that ball. That ball's hit hard.
Rogers 302, 6 home runs, and 41 runs driven in.
Nice to hear the sound of the bats, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Pitch will miss the strike zone for ball 1. Harmon on the year, 32 runs given up, only 23 earned runs. This has been a Franklin team that has had its issues as the runner bluffs the steal. The pitch is in there for a strike. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is a Franklin team this year, Coach, that committed 95 errors. That was number 1 in the conference. And that means they were number 10. That one hit up the middle. That'll get through. Back-to-back base hits to lead things off for the Fighting Engineers.
And we talked about, in the in the pregame show, why did Franklin not achieve? But there's 95 reasons.
Yeah. Their fielding percentage at only .934. Again, that's 10th in the conference. So back-to-back singles, that'll bring up Coulter Couillard-Rodak, 368 on the year. Couple of home runs and 38 runs driven in. And now Rose is threatening here in the top of inning, or I should say bottom half
Oh,
inning
got him.
number 1. They'll throw to second. They will have Klein in a rundown. They'll get the tag there, and a big out as Rose-Hulman now leads, or should say loses, their lead runner.
That was communicated by the catcher and the second baseman.
So now a runner at first base for Couillard-Rodak. Klein got such a big lead down at second base. I really thought maybe he thought the bunt was coming down. Pitch is low for a ball.
Well, Rose-Hulman was definitely running some offense, wasn't there? They were going to move. That's a big out.
Pitch on the way is a breaking ball just outside. 2 balls and a strike.
See some blankets in the stands today.
That pitch is a called strike. We'll go to 2-2. Score that out. From catcher to shortstop to third. Swing and a miss, throw down, and the ball gets away from Sanders, the shortstop, who heads to the turf. He got hit by Rogers on his way to second base, and they're going to check him out with a trainer. First stolen base of the day now for Rose-Hulman. And O'Connell will step to the plate now with 2 away after Couillard-Rodak strikes out.
First person to the player, the trainer. Love it.
Want to remind you, today's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Thanks to our officials, because without them, we don't play. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. And the shortstop, Sanders, still down on the turf. He may have caught one upside the head, an elbow or a knee.
Looks like he's holding his arm.
We'll go ahead and take a timeout right here on HCAC.tv.
I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all their reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Well, good news for Franklin fans. Sanders is okay. It was his right shoulder that took the hit as Connor O'Connell steps to the plate. .359 on the year, 3 home runs, and 52 runs driven in.
If the football coach is watching, he probably could take a hit, Coach.
He could. Harmon checks the runner. The pitch on the way, grounded to the right side. Reed bobbles it, recovers in time. The throw to first in time as well. After 1, no score.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We are pioneers.
We are the next generation of inventors, creators, teachers, and leaders.
We think critically,
work collaboratively,
always learning, growing, doing.
We care deeply about people and the planet.
Facing challenges together.
A place for the curious, the bold, and the go-getters.
At Transylvania University,
we pursue bold paths.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back once again here in Kokomo, game one of the HCAC Conference Championships. Franklin here in the top of the second. It'll be Anthony Smith, Andrew Wallace, and Dylan Redmond.
Throughout the day, you're going to see some puff pieces about these teams and these universities. If you're watching anywhere, these are great institutions. You take a second look, third look about attending these schools. Excellent schools.
You were going to attend Rose-Hulman at one time, right?
Just didn't make the grade.
Yeah. Here's Smith, and the first pitch in there for a strike. Smith at 315, 3 home runs, 26 runs driven in.
I didn't realize they didn't take any guys that got straight Fs in high school.
No, they don't. Off the end of the bat, that'll be a foul ball. So you're like, you were explaining the other day, I was talking to you about a certain subject, and you always thought the higher score was the right score.
And that was the wrong thing.
It was the wrong thing. But this is the opposite. You thought a 0.0 was really what would get you into Rose-Hulman.
I thought so.
0-2 pitch on the way, hit well, and that'll drift foul and out of play.
You know, I woke up when their SID said, nah, ain't going to cut it.
Well, your parents told you that, too.
My mom told me, wasn't going to,
The 0-2 pitch on the way is low and outside. If you have never been to the stadium, but you've been to Kokomo, it's right where, in fact, right across the street from where the high school basketball team plays. Here's a fly ball to right field. Erpenbeck is there to make the catch, one away, and that'll bring up Andrew Wallace.
They just built, or it's a year old, a softball stadium that is on the other side of town that I hear is fantastic. Seats about 2,500 people.
Wallace, 246 on the year, 6 home runs and 44 runs driven in. After that single, 4 set down in a row by Yeager. And the pitch is low for a ball. The wind and the 1-0. That will jam him right back to Yeager. He'll flip on to first, 2 away.
Now I know why they practice it in an infield, right?
Yep.
Hampton Inn is where we stayed last night, thanks to Hampton Inn and Victoria and her staff, her hard-working staff.
Redmond, 289, a home run and 25 runs driven in.
So if you're coming up for the weekend, you might want to check out the Hampton Inn.
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. They probably weren't glad to see you for breakfast, especially.
The lady at the breakfast bar didn't. After my 7th trip, she did tell me that there was a limit on bacon.
She shut it down, right? Yeah. Great pitch there to Redmond. Right now, Yeager rolling here in the second inning, except that pitch bouncing in front of Rasmussen. The count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I didn't realize there was a 7-pound limit.
I think it was the bag you took in there to take food with you. Fastball up high, 2-2. The break-even pitch on the way, lifted high into center field. Brown awaits this one, and a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 2, no score.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We are pioneers.
We are the next generation of inventors, creators, teachers, and leaders.
We think critically,
work collaboratively,
Always learning, growing, doing.
We care deeply about people and the planet.
facing challenges together.
A place for the curious, the bold, and the go-getters.
At Transylvania University,
we pursue bold paths.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
HCAC Baseball brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction as well as metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 219-845-1000. Dalton Busboom will lead things off. Takes the first pitch in there for strike, and Busboom at 299. 5 home runs and 30 runs driven in. The pitch by Harmon is a breaking ball outside. The 1-1 pitch, inside corner.
Works those corners nicely.
Now the 1-2. Lifted into center field, and that'll be a base hit. Third hit now by Rose-Hulman, and that'll bring up Colton Brown at 262, 2 home runs and 17 runs driven in. You know, we've had an opportunity to see Rose-Hulman quite a bit this year, and they had a solid year, 23-17, 14-8 in the conference. Bunt laid down third base side. Redmond charging, barehanding, and throwing, and he'll be safe. Busboom reading it well. He heads to third, and Rose-Hulman with runners on the corners with no outs.
Nice bunt laid down, hard to make that throw. Speed.
Erpenbeck will step to the plate. Josh at 314 on the year, no home runs and 8 runs driven in. Rose kind of feels the way they play, Coach, toward the end of the year, that if they can get, again, solid pitching, swing and a miss, their hitting will take care of itself because they have so many good hitters. They have 300 hitters up and down the lineup. They could win this thing.
Their top 6 are really good, and then it bottoms out a little bit.
Well, Erpenbeck is at number 7. I think that's for a reason. That's into right field. That'll be trouble. Extra bases. Busboom will score. Heading to third is Brown. Stand-up double by Erpenbeck, and it's 1-0 Fighting Engineers. And we just talked about him a little bit ago. At 314, they have him in the number 7 spot because that does give them a solid hitter, and Oliger's at 311.
Nice job of driving that ball. You can tell how the wind has helped a little bit as well. That ball is blowing, it just teared away from the.
Oliger at 311. No home runs and 10 runs driven in.
Franklin is charged by a conference by the catcher.
So now Harmon in trouble here in the second, and a big cut by Oliger fouls it to the screen. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
We got people watching on Twitter.
Brown at third. Erpenbeck at second base after the double. And the pitch on the way. Didn't miss by much. We'll go to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch by Harmon on the way. Look out. That ricocheted off of the dugout, and I think that might have clipped a player for Franklin in their dugout. There was no time to react on that one, Coach. Caught him in the cheek. He says he's okay, though.
Got the thumbs up.
We don't know who the young man is, but just think about it, Coach. If he, in years, he'll say, I got injured
playing
in
the HCAC tournament.
1-2 pitch on the way, lifted foul. Oliger hanging tough in the number 8 hole.
Go to his grandson, see that scar?
That's right.
And we won the thing.
I earned that one.
I earned it.
Brown at third. Erpenbeck at second. High chopper could be trouble. Sanders throw to first in time. The run will score, and it's 2-0. Oliger picks up the RBI. And that'll bring up Mason Rasmussen. 247 on the year, no home runs, and 7 runs driven in as you see Erpenbeck down at third. Foul tipped, held on by Taylor.
Nice pitch, nice catch.
Well, right now, Rose-Hulman, 5 hits already. Swing and a miss, late on the fastball.
Jim Barber and Sean Crawl are watching the games on their location.
Don't they have a job? Pitch is low for a ball.
Jim Barber's job is this weekend, right here in this seat. He'll be up tomorrow.
Well, I know Sean's not. He's supposed to be teaching, isn't he?
Sean should be teaching, yes.
Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. A couple of good fastballs there by Harmon. And 2 away.
Sean will be with you tomorrow afternoon.
Back to the top of the order. Here is Cade Klein. Klein able to step out with 2 away. Klein picked up a base hit and then got caught in a rundown between second and third in the first inning. The pitch on the way, back up the middle, but the shortstop Sanders playing imperfectly makes their throw to first. But Rose-Hulman picks up 2. They lead it 2-0.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Your poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash-fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh Maine lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine. Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the...
Adam Taylor will lead things off here in the third. He'll take the first pitch low for ball 1. Taylor, 293, couple of home runs, and he lifts this one into left center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. That will stop 6 in a row by Yeager. Second base hit now by Franklin. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Colby Reed, at 297. 3 home runs and 14 runs driven in. Franklin with their second hit, hoping to come back from a 2-0 deficit here in the third. Reed will take the pitch inside for ball 1. Yeager into the stretch and the pitch. Good fastball.
You and I are disagreeing here. I would play small ball here. You're saying you got plenty of time.
Well, you want to squeeze from first base most of the time,
well,
too.
Not
that's
first base.
That's foul tipped and held on by Rasmussen.
But anytime I have a guy at third base with less than two outs, yeah, I want to score.
What if the guy at third base can't run?
Like me?
Yes. Pitches outside.
Then you hope that the catcher misses it and the pitcher, and they overthrow.
I've never heard anybody squeeze as much as you do, though.
That's Go ahead.
And 2 strikes.
That's why he didn't win any baseball games.
Break-even pitch on the way. This is going to be a base hit. Couillard-Rodak gave it a look. Back-to-back singles to start the third, and we'll head to the top of the order now to A.J. Sanders. Sanders singled, stole a base, left stranded at second in the first inning. By the way, you can follow along the live stats on the Mount St. Joseph website. Go there, and
Blake's taking a good job for us right now.
Doing fantastic. The entire staff. They've been a long 3 days.
Did you see Blake's new haircut?
I did.
It looks nice, doesn't it?
It does.
We have the same barber.
I know. All of us do, yeah. Sanders takes that first pitch for a strike. Pitch is outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Franklin trying to get right back in this after giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Yeager checks the runner at second, and the pitch.
Man, you could just hear that pop. Wow. I did not make my mitt pop like that.
No. You sat on yours most of the time.
Well, it was on the bench.
Yes.
It was a pillow.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. It's outside. And the count will go even at 2-2. Taylor at second, Reed at first. Yeager, check of the runner at second base. This one would be line. Couillard-Rodak flips on to Rogers. The double play. 2 base running errors we've seen today. One by Rose and now one by Franklin. Well, that'll kill a rally, won't it?
Boy, if that gets in, you may have bases loaded or score.
That'll bring it to Hart. It's this one foul. DeHart striking out in the first inning. Well, they always tell you as a base runner, again, freeze on a line drive.
There you go.
And Taylor, unfortunately, took that extra step, and there's the strike. Well, how big would this be for Yeager after giving up singles to Taylor and Reed to get out of the inning? The pitch on the way is up high. Yeager gave up that leadoff single in the first inning, struck out the next 3 as he's trying to bounce back. Now here in inning number 3, the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's throwing smoke.
The pitch on the way, hit down the line, diving is Oliger. Strong throw across the diamond, and they got him. How about that play by Oliger at third to end the inning? We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 3. Rose leads it 2-0.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
That'll bring up Coulter, Couillard-Rodak.
Crew came in last night, set up, done a great job.
What did you do while they were setting up?
Me and Jay was just playing tiddlywinks.
Good. Because I know they don't let you set much stuff up.
Well, Jay wouldn't let me touch anything. I wanted to do the banners. He said, no, you go home.
There's a strike to Couillard-Rodak.
I said, I don't want to go home. He goes, you go home.
Just leave.
You notice we have the monitor for Jay, the commissioner monitor?
Yeah.
That's his private monitor.
Good.
He can even shut my microphone off.
I wish he would. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He just did.
I'm going to encourage him to do it more. Pitch is low and inside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
He asked me if you were coming up, and I said, yeah, you're going to carry the weight.
I noticed your game notes are really...
They're intense. Aren't they intense?
Yes. Hit foul. I remember, if I may, you telling me, like over the weekend, you're going to have all these game notes.
Man.
And I mean, you had everything.
I forgot it.
Break-even pitch on the way is outside.
I think I left it at the banquet.
Banquet?
No.
No?
Bacon bar.
Bacon bar.
I might have left it there.
All those game notes. Here's the payoff pitch on the way. Line back up the middle. Base hit. 2-yard Rodak with a solid single. That'll bring up now Connor O'Connell. 6 hits now by Rose-Hulman here as we play in the 3rd. Center fielder now Sullivan is shaded a little bit toward right field, and deep is DeHart in right. Mention O'Connell this year, a .359 hitter, goes the opposite way, and that'll be a foul ball. Scouting report probably didn't say he'd go that way. 52 runs driven in this year by O'Connell. See if they'll get Kuyard Rodak going here in the 3rd. The pitch caught the outside corner for strike 2. Well, Harmon knows that you don't want to get it in his wheelhouse. Get him low and outside if you can. And he went there again, and a good cut by O'Connell.
Backstop, big backstop, but it's a brick backstop. There's no padding, so that ball will come back very quickly. Saw it last night. We was here for the Kokomo game. 3 times the catcher got the ball and threw the guy at home plate. So you got to be,
really
got to read it.
Yep. The stretch in the 0-2, runner takes off. That's
Whoa!
Fouled away, and look out on the left side in the Rose-Hulman dugout.
They all ducked.
Yes. Well, that young man from Franklin would have ducked too, but it ended up ricocheting off the top of the dugout and came back in. So he didn't have a whole lot of choice. O'Connell back in, the pitch on the way, and it's low for a ball. Rose-Hulman tried to add to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner takes off. This one hit back up the middle. Only play for the second baseman. Reed will be at first. Great jump by Kuyard Rodak. And 2 away, and here is Dalton Busboom. Busboom singled and scored one of those 2 runs in the 2nd inning. Harmon's pitch on the way is outside for a ball. 4 games here on HCAC.TV today as part of the tournament once again, and 4 games again tomorrow. Breaking pitch in there for a strike.
And we're happy to be with you all those days. This is our 3rd year doing this.
Yeah.
Nice.
We almost know our way to the ballpark.
Siri does.
Yeah. The 1-1 pitch on the way, lifted high on the right side. Wallace in foul territory right in front of the Franklin dugout, and that will do it. Rose gets a man on, but they leave him stranded after 3, 2-0 Rose-Hulman.
This place has been a huge part of my life, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be moving forward. I'll always take a piece of the mountain with me. Whether in the classroom or on the field, my coaches and professors had my back and always pushed me to climb higher. Now, I can't wait to light the way for my students and help them achieve their dreams.
Greetings.
We had the inning number 4, the first pitch to Lipscomb is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. It's Lipscomb, Sullivan, and Smith. 2-0 as we play here in inning number 4. Rose-Hulman Pitch inside, 2-0. There's a called strike, 2-1. We have been informed, and we'll get to it in a moment. Here's your 2-1 pitch, low and outside. Steve Sakasitz, the head coach at Earlham, says Chasing the Hug is also a great podcast to promote. This one lined into center field. Brown is there to make the catch, one away.
Coach needs to come up.
I don't think he's here, though.
No. I know, but I mean, he needs to drive up and watch these games.
Okay.
It's not that far.
No.
Come on, Coach. It's only an hour and a half.
Sean Sullivan. Strikeout victim back in the first.
We put him in the booth, we're in trouble.
I know. Popped up right side. O'Connell, foul territory. Squeezes that one. 2 quick outs.
I noticed he texted you, not me. He probably doesn't know my number.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Anthony Smith, 0 for 1.
And we're not going to give him to him.
I'll text it to him.
No. I like you, try. No.
The pitch by Yeager, and it's a called strike. And we thought maybe Earlham would get an opportunity to be here, but that first loss to Defiance, as that one's in there for a strike, after they took 2 from Transylvania. Looked like they might get a shot, but unfortunately couldn't be here. The 0-2 pitch, low and inside. I, by the way, did not text him about that Defiance loss. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. So.
That would have been a rough home ride for all of us.
Ground ball up the middle. Couillard Rodak on to first. We'll head to the bottom of the...
To our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
HCAC Baseball brought to you in part by Passion to Care. They're dedicated to helping you care for the loved ones in your family. They have those through Indiana State programs. So Passion to Care, part of HCAC Baseball. We will head now to the bottom of the fourth. It's Colton Brown, followed by Erpenbeck and Oliger. And he, by the way, has your number. That's fouled away.
Coach just texted me, I have your number. LOL. Meaning I'm on his list. You work enough of these games, everybody will text you or know your number.
They will. Brown singled and scored in the second. Late cut there by Brown. He's quickly behind it 0-2.
We're happy to be part of the family.
Hit foul. You know, the good news is I had his money. You and I could throw ours away. That's how rich he is.
He's a rich man. Great man.
Yep. Erpenbeck doubled his last time up. He'll take that pitch in there for a strike.
You know, coaches have really been nice to us this week with literature, you know, giving us stats and the SIDs.
Pitch inside. That's why I was a tad confused that you don't have any in front of you.
All up here.
That's what I was afraid of. 1 ball and 1 strike to Erpenbeck. Swing and a miss. Boy, good look right there at Harmon. Pitches outside. Harmon gets the sign from Taylor, the break-even pitch, and struck him out. Erpenbeck, out number 2, and that'll bring up Oliger. Oliger made that great play down at third base in the 3rd inning. Oliger 0 for 1, swings and hits this one foul and out of play. Harmon's pitch inside for a ball. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit here in Kokomo. The 1-1, breaking ball in there for a strike, and now you see Harmon a little bit of a rhythm. Here's the 1-2 pitch, lined into right field. DeHart is there. 1-2-3 inning. We head to the 5th. 2-0 Rose.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We head to the 5th. It'll be Andrew Wallace, followed by Dylan Redmond and Adam Taylor. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Rose-Hulman. 0-3-1 on the board for Franklin. They had an opportunity in the 3rd. They had runners at 1st and 2nd. And Adam Taylor ended up getting picked off down at second base. And that line drive by A.J. Sanders, and then Couillard-Rodak made the nice play to get the force out there. And so Wallace will step to the plate, 0-for-1. Yeager's pitch on the way, line back up the middle, base hit. So much like how they started in the 3rd inning, they start here in the 5th inning, and that'll bring up now Redmond. We had 80-degree weather the last couple of days. Today, as you mentioned, will be in the 60s. A little bit different, huh?
41 for the low for Saturday morning.
Redmond 0-for-1. Takes that pitch low, gets away from Rasmussen. Heading to second base, Wallace.
Indianapolis and Kokomo is going to be very busy this weekend with HCAC here, the Grand Prix, the Fever. I mean, Indiana's a great place to be.
Pacers.
Are they still playing?
They're coming back. In there for a strike.
They're going to come back and win that series?
No, I don't know, but they're going to be home.
Okay.
Yeah. 1-1 here to Redmond. Yeager checks the runner, the pitch on the way, and it's hit foul.
Maybe they need you to play point guard again.
Maybe. Defense might help.
What's that word? Defense?
In the NBA, probably not
Nothing.
much.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2.
I think they scored 125 points a game and gave up, 118?
Probably. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Long look this time, Yeager to Rasmussen. The stretch and the pitch. Pop him up, right side, foul territory. O'Connell, Rasmussen giving it a look, and that'll fall into the stands. We'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the 5th inning. Again, every once in a while you hear that wind start to pick up.
It's been our season. Win, win, win.
Wallace at second base. 4 hits now by Franklin. Yeager gets the sign and the pitch. It's outside, 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. Got just a piece of it. So we will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up foul. Good at bat here for Redmond. Redmond doesn't strike out a whole lot, only 19 strikeouts this season and 128 at bats, and he'll foul another one away. So we will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way, hit well into right field. Erpenbeck is there. He'll make the catch. See his arm, and a great arm. One hop to third. I have a feeling you don't want to run on Erpenbeck.
I think he just set a precedent of, you want to run? Try me.
Here's Taylor, singled in the 3rd inning.
That's how you threw it at Wyoming.
Yes. Not a whole lot of air in Wyoming, so you can throw a little bit further. So Wallace stays at second base. Yeager's pitch on the way is low and inside for a ball.
Did you ever give that Heisman Trophy back?
No.
Oh.
One away here in the 5th. Here's the pitch. A little bit high, 2-0. Rose-Hulman was picked to finish 5th this year in the conference. There's a strike. They finished 3rd. We mentioned Franklin
was favored to win this.
Favored to win it. Just trying now to surprise everybody. High fly ball, center field. There's Brown setting to throw, and there will be no even attempt by Wallace at second, so 2 away, and that'll bring up now Colby Reed.
What I find very interesting is Brown as well showed his arm a little bit.
Reed singled in the 3rd. One of the 4 hits now by Franklin. Stretch again by Yeager, and the pitch on the way hits him. First hit batter of the day.
Well, the elbow protector helped that.
So now runners at first and second will head to the top of the order, and A.J. Sanders. Sanders 1 for 2.
Had the first hit of the game.
Sanders again with a stolen base. 3 innings now where Franklin has had a runner in scoring position, and the breaking pitch stays up high for ball 1. Two away as we play here in the 5th. Fouled away. One ball and 1 strike again to Sanders. Lined at his last time up in the 3rd. Yeager's pitch on the way. Hit well but foul. We've had a lot of foul balls heading out here. Hope they got a good supply, huh?
I think there's 15 dozen slated for this tournament.
The 1-2 pitch inside.
Umpires have to rub every ball.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch on the way, lifted high in the air. Center fielder Brown will make the catch. That'll do it for the 5th. Rose-Hulman leads it 2-0.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
HCAC Baseball brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Thanks to our officials, because without them, we don't play. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. Head to the bottom of the fifth, Rasmussen along with Klein and Rogers all due up. Rasmussen, a strikeout victim back in the second inning. Harmon set to throw on his first pitch, nearly gets him. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch lifted high and foul. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, big cut there by Rasmussen. Harmon in a little more of a rhythm. We talked about that in the fourth inning. This one's lifted into center field for a base hit. 5 in a row retired by Harmon up until that base hit. And we'll head to the top of the order now in Cade Klein. Seven hits now by the Fighting Engineers. Klein has one of those hits back in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 this morning. That's going to be hard to say yet for a little bit longer this morning. Third baseman Redmond coming in a few steps as that's fouled away.
You know, you say that. These guys are usually playing at 5 o'clock
or later. Well, noon, though. A lot of times they're at noon when they're at the ballpark by probably 9:30. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
These are long days.
And they're longer if you're in the loser's bracket, too.
Yes.
So you can see why they want to get that first win. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Klein's had a heck of a year at .370. 6 home runs and 38 runs driven in from that leadoff spot. The 1-2 pitch on the way, reaching out, tapping that one. It'll be foul.
Good call by the home plate umpire. The dugouts are just wired.
There is nobody better than the dugout in baseball.
I know.
You hear some of the things they say, yes. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch by Harmon and the pitch. Tapped it back to Harmon. Will he make the play? Yes. Sliding is Klein, trying to get in on the slide at first base, but he will be out number 1, and Rasmussen advancing down to second. Good hustle by Klein.
You don't like that play, though, for the guy to slide at first base, do you?
Well, I don't think it helps your cause. I don't think you get there any faster, but maybe Klein felt that if he stretched his toes out, he might get there, huh?
Stretch his toes?
Stretch
is that what it is?
Stretch your toes. Here's Rogers. He's 1 for 2. Maybe if you have longer toes than the next guy. Bigger feet. Pitch is outside. You know, that half inch might make a difference.
Okay.
Once again, the lead at second by Rasmussen. Here's the pitch, and it's inside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Rogers 1 for 2, grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. The pitch by Harmon, grounded left side, that'll get through. Rasmussen waiting to make sure it did get through before he took off to third. So now runners at first and third, and that'll bring up Coulter Couillard-Rodak. Second hit now for Rogers. 8 hits now by Rose-Hulman. Couillard-Rodak struck out and singled.
Had 19 hits on Sunday on game number 1. And I think 16.
20 hits.
Was it 20?
Yeah.
I knew it was a ton.
So Couillard-Rodak, chance to give the Fighting Engineers a 3-0 lead right here. Will take the pitch outside, ball 1. Harmon comes set, and the pitch outside once again. 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, as a pitcher, with all the chirping going on down there, you really have to focus.
I could not do that.
Because I'd start laughing at some point.
You bet.
Here's the 2-0 delivery. Just outside. 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, you know my concentration level.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we passed the 4th inning. I'm still up.
Right now you are.
I got you.
We'll see where you're at in game 3. 3-0 pitch, and our first walk of the ball game, I do believe, by Harmon. Bases are loaded. Here's O'Connell. O'Connell's grounded out twice to the second baseman, Reed.
Game 3, I will be on the sidelines. Ben will be up here in game 3 and game 4 tomorrow, today. Get to talk to the fans in the stands.
First pitch on the way is in there for a called strike. I'm sure the fans are excited for that.
They love it. They love it.
Here's the 0-1. Hit well into right field. To Hart. Back on it at the warning track. Makes the catch. Rasmussen tagging at third. He will score, and it's 3-0. And Couillard-Rodak will stay at first base. Klein, or take that back, Rogers at second base, but O'Connell gave that one a ride. And here's Busboom. O'Connell with his 53rd RBI of the season. Ground ball foul. Busboom singled and scored in the second, flew out in the third. So 3-0 as we play here in the 5th. No activity in the Franklin bullpen as of yet. That's chopped foul.
Oh, nice stab by the young man in the dugout.
So Busboom down to the count at no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, hit foul. Boy, everybody's swinging the bat today. Bless you. See that little thing right there? It says cough.
Well.
No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, and that hits him. Bases loaded. First hit batter today by Harmon. And that'll bring up Colton Brown.
They will be black and blue tomorrow.
That might hurt a little bit.
You don't rub it, though.
No, you don't show any agony whatsoever. We're going to have a visit to the mound. We'll take a timeout here on RHIT.TV.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get 'em.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Colton Brown with the bases loaded after the timeout to talk with Harmon. And Brown will take that one for a strike. Brown a single and a run scored in the second. He flew out in the fourth inning. Swing and a miss. And he's quickly down at 0-2. Boy, big opportunity right here for the Fighting Engineers. The 0-2 pitch. Reaching out, base hit, right field. One run will score. Here comes a runner to the plate, and not in time. Two runs across, and Colton Brown comes up big here in the fifth inning. And now runners at first and third. How about that hit by Brown? Now 19 runs driven in on the year, and that'll bring up Josh Erpenbeck.
And he did that ahead of the count.
He did. He was down at the count 0-2. Erpenbeck singled back in the second with, or I should say doubled, and there will be no throw down to second base. You see the celebration after that base hit.
You don't think this game means anything to? Both teams want to win this first game.
The pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike.
You get in that loser's bracket, it's just tough sled.
5-0 Rose-Hulman. Hit foul. Now we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Erpenbeck struck at his last time up. 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Now there is a left-hander throwing for Franklin in the bullpen. That pitch got him looking. 5-0 Rose-Hulman.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
HCAC baseball brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374, where they represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Start your career with Boilermaker Union Local 374. Give them a call at 219-845-1000. We head to inning number 6 to Hart, Lipscomb, and Sullivan. And Coach Franklin has their work cut out for him right now, down 5-0.
It is getting later in the game, too. 6th inning. Rose-Hulman's pitching holding up here. I would think you would like to see him go 7.
I would think if they could get Yeager to go the entire 9, they'll take it.
Whew.
I would.
Would be big in the.
Never want to use your bullpen unless you have to at this point. Here's DeHart. He's 0 for 2 today. Can you imagine, though, the advantage you have if you don't have to use that bullpen?
Especially late in the tournament.
It's hit foul. Boy, but so far, any threat that Franklin has had, first, third, and fifth innings, they just unable to get a run across as the pitch is low and outside. DeHart struck out in the first, grounded out in the third. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Rip foul.
Way to move, Mr. Coach. Marshall still has the speed. Lance has got to walk around because it's hard speed pretty quick, I hear.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch on the way. Ooh, that was close. Not a reaction from the Rose-Hulman fans. Break-even pitch on the way, and that'll be fouled away.
Almost caught onto that.
Yeager gets the sign and the pitch. Hit foul. The 2-2 on the way. Ooh. I can tell you what fans didn't like that call, huh?
They whined.
Pale pitch on the way, and he lost him. That'll bring up Lipscomb. Lipscomb 0 for 2, lined out his last time up in the 4th inning. Two innings today. Franklin has not had a base runner. They've had 3 runners managed to get to second base as Yeager's pitch in there for a strike. And that one hits him. Second hit batsman today for Yeager. Now runners at first and second. And here's Sean Sullivan. Now there's some movement in the Rose-Hulman bullpen. Sullivan caught looking in the 1st inning, and he flew out in the 4th. 3rd in the team in RBI with 41, and there's a strike. The stretch by Yeager, checking the runner at second, and the pitch on the way is a good breaking ball in there for strike 2.
That was belt high.
Let's see how Yeager will attack Sullivan with this pitch. Took something off of it, missed low and outside for a ball.
But that's where you want to miss, right?
Yeah, Sullivan 9 home runs. The 1-2 pitch on the way, got him. Great pitch by Yeager. Second time that Sullivan has struck out. There's one away, and here's Anthony Smith.
The heat.
Now you have a chance to get out of it with a double play.
You got to run here. You got to run here.
You're down 5-0. You want to run?
Yes, you need to run here.
And then if you get to third, you're going to squeeze. Here's the pitch on the way. It's up high for a ball.
I wouldn't squeeze.
You know, I'm never going to let you forget that. The only coach I ever saw that wanted to squeeze every time. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's the strike.
I love small baseball. You know, my 225 baseball career days I coached.
225 wins, or you're hitting?
No, I didn't win 225 games.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I won 1 of those 235 games.
Pitch just outside. Your ER was 225?
My ERA?
Yeah.
No, it was like 16.6.
Close enough. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit well into center field. Brown is there. Tagging at second is DeHart. Here comes the throw, not in time. So runners at first and third with 2 away, and that'll bring up Andrew Wallace.
Now I wouldn't squeeze because there's 2 outs.
You wouldn't?
No.
Wallace singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2.
You know, that end of the press box is cracking up because in fact, he's crying because he thinks we're so funny.
I bet he does. I bet he has a different word he wants to use. There's a pitch. It's in there for a strike.
He's my relief, though. If I fall asleep in the 6th inning, he's my relief.
Coming over?
He's going to come over.
Good. 0-1. Fly ball. Shallow left. Klein coming near the line and will make the catch in foul territory. The threat is over. Rose leads it 5-0.
I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Well, 3 really, because you got 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Okay. I'm not a math major.
Here is Jonathan Oliger. 0 for 2, has an RBI.
Should I give my college degree back?
Yes.
Okay.
Pitch on the way is low for a ball. That's hit into center field. Should be an easy play for Sullivan. There's one away. Here's Rasmussen, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Troy Smith now the new pitcher for Franklin. That one back up the middle. Solid base hit for Rasmussen. His second. And we'll head to the top of the order now and Cade Klein. Troy Smith, the lefty freshman out of Frankfort, Indiana. Played his high school baseball at Clinton Central. Klein at the plate. Lefty against lefty, and that pitch in there for a strike. The stretch and the pitch. He'll show bunt.
How about that?
Pitcher on to first, and so Klein advancing the runner to second base on the sacrifice, and there's 2 away.
What they do right there? What did they do right there?
What they do?
What they do? They bunt to move the guy over in scoring position.
Thanks, Colombo.
Oh, you're welcome.
Here is Peter Rogers.
Every Sunday night, baby. Me TV.
The pitch on the way, and a breaking ball low.
I found another old TV station, too. Plays
Oh, yeah?
all the oldies, so I Love Lucy, Gilligan Island.
So you're on top of the world.
Yes.
Pitch is outside, 2 balls, no strike. Rogers 2 for 3. A run scored, has 2 singles on the day. Smith comes set, and the pitch is a called strike. Five runs and 10 hits now by the Fighting Engineers. Smith will check the runner at second, and this is hit foul.
I would have got that one.
I think last time we were here, there was quite a collection of baseballs that you took home.
Yes, I did.
From the
roof.
Yep, top of the press area. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Rogers. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball stays up high. We'll go to 3-2. Rasmussen down at second base. The stretch by Smith. And here's the pitch. Foul tipped, held on by Taylor. We will head to the 7th, 5-0, Rose-Hulman.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We are pioneers.
We are the next generation of inventors, creators, teachers, and leaders.
We think critically,
work collaboratively,
always learning, growing, doing.
We care deeply about people and the planet.
Facing challenges together.
A place for the curious, the bold, and the go-getters.
At Transylvania University,
we pursue bold paths.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here in Kokomo, we head to the top of inning number 7. There you see the score. Rose-Hulman leading at 5-0. It'll be Redmond, Taylor, and Reed all due up now for the Grizzlies. Redmond 0 for 2 today. He is flown out and lined out. And Yeager back in for another inning of work for the Fighting Engineers. Got in a little bit of trouble in the 6th inning, but able to get out of it as that first pitch in there for a strike. It's been one of the keys today for Yeager, is really getting out ahead of the hitters. As that pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 delivery on the way, grounded toward Rogers, backhanded it short, off balance throw to first, the stretch in time. We saw Oliger earlier make a great play at third. This time the shortstop, Rogers. And there's one away. That was beautiful. Take another look at this one. Yeah, that's right at the end of the play as Taylor steps up. And with 1 out, Taylor with a base hit back in the 3rd inning is 1 for 2. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Game 2 today, as that'll be a foul ball. Game 2 will be at 1:15. It'll be Mount St. Joseph and Anderson, the number 4 and 5 seeds in this tournament. The 0-2 pitch. That'll be chopped foul left side. We'll stay at 0-2.
That should be a great one, too. All these games will be. That's first round.
Yeah. Should be a close day. Here's the pitch. That's ripped foul. Well, today, Franklin just, at this point, not able to get that offense rolling. When they've had opportunities, the bats have not been there. Here's a swing and a miss. 2 away here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Colby Reed. Reed singled in the 3rd, and then was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning.
He's been on base twice today.
Yeager's pitch on the way is a breaking ball just inside.
And these are extra bonus innings right here for Yeager, right? I mean, you're expecting at least 5 from him, and he's in the 7th.
Count is even at 1-1.
I think I would be happy if I'm the manager of this team.
Oh, yeah. 2 balls and a strike. Well, the bullpen's quiet, so right now it pretty much is up to the lefty Yeager. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch popped up right side.
No. Yes.
That will go out of play as O'Connell will give it a look back. Landed in the bullpen. We'll go to 3-2.
Did you see the new slide they have down in the playground?
Is that new?
Uh-huh. The roundabout one. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. going to be checking that out later today.
I bet you will. 3-2 pitch missing, low and inside. 2-out walk to Reed, and we'll head to the top of the order now. A.J. Sanders.
We went somewhere this year that had a water park. Where was it? Or last year had a water park next to their facility. Oh, that was up in Lafayette.
So now Yeager will face the leadoff hitter and Sanders, and misses low for a ball.
We pretty much win everywhere this year, didn't we?
I think so. The pitch on the way, lined into left field for the base hit. Sanders with his second single of the day, and that'll bring up now Garrett DeHart. DeHart struck out in the first, grounded out in the third, and walked in the sixth inning. 5 innings now where Franklin has gotten a runner into scoring position. And the breaking ball in there for strike one.
He's thrown that breaking ball for pitch, a strike a lot.
Yeah. I think he likes that first pitch. Getting out in front of the hitters. In the dirt, blocked there by Rasmussen. And the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, lined and foul.
Third baseman helped that one. He's pointing, go foul, go foul.
Only 2 walks so far for Yeager. Fly ball into center field. Brown coming in will make the catch. We stay at 5-0, and we back to you, Keith.
Yeah, we're back to me as there's the play of the day so far. Hampton Inn brings you the quiz. Everyone is eligible to answer this.
What do we win?
I have 1 Frito for the winner. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Question is, who was the first baseball to hit 600 career home runs in Major League Baseball?
The first baseball player?
First baseball player to hit 600 career home runs in Major League Baseball was?
Babe Ruth.
Here's your Frito.
Thank you.
That's right.
That's it?
That's it. That's the question of the day right there.
Who was the second?
I would think Hank. No, I don't know. Is it Hank Aaron?
I don't know. Was it?
I don't know. First one was.
Was it Willie Mays?
I don't know. I didn't. I answered. No, I gave him the question. I answered. The press box says Willie Mays. I think it could have been Keith Myers because I know I said 600 home runs in Little League.
Yeah, in your dreams too.
Yeah, I did.
We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Franklin, another inning in which they got a runner in scoring position and could not score. And now we head to the bottom of inning number 7. Couillard, Rodak, O'Connell, and Busboom all due up.
How about Blake playing the organ? Did you play and take me out to the ballgame?
Very talented.
Nice job, Blake. Talented. These SIDs, man, they're quick.
Well, it's because they get paid so well.
Is that what it is? They get paid so well? Look.
Couillard, Rodak struck out in the first inning, singled in the third, walked and scored in the 5th, part of that 3-run 5th inning.
My wife told me not to give up my day job.
Pitch on the way by Smith is low for a ball. You get that a lot, don't you?
Not to quit my day job? I don't know what my day job is.
1-0 delivery on the way, nearly got him.
Very blessed that Jerry hired me.
Smith will come set, and the pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. Mention our next game at 1:15. Loser of this game as that pitch is in there for a strike. You're talking about another 10 o'clock game
tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm.
Breaking ball stays up high. Second walk for Couillard-Rodak, and that'll bring up O'Connell.
So you have to stay around all day, or you got to find things to do to keep your ball club somewhat loose.
Mount St. Joe and Anderson again today at 1:15 here on HCAC.TV.
There'll be a lot of people in this booth that will be watching that game very closely.
Fly ball center field. Sullivan to his right. He'll make the catch. Couillard-Rodak back to first, one away.
I know you played this game. Is it easier on a cloudier day?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
I know the sun can be the factor, but does the block help you at all during the sun? The eye block?
I never wore it.
You didn't?
No. Here's Busboom.
And you never wore shades?
No. Pitches inside.
Well, back when we played, was shades illegal to wear? I don't even
think
you
had to flip down.
You had to flip down, that's right.
Yeah. Busboom singled and scored in the second, flew out in the third, hit by pitch in the fifth inning. The pitch by Smith, lifted high and foul.
Those flip days are over, aren't they? Don't see many kids wear them anymore.
Nope. I would never be able to hit, though, with sunglasses on. And a lot of guys can do that. 1-1 pitch. Good breaking ball.
Well, I'm shocked. Umpires now wearing those shades, calling balls and strikes. And we saw the safety helmet the other day, umpire wearing the helmet.
Yep. That was hit foul. What an interesting sound to it, didn't it?
Yeah. That might have hit sticks. Nah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Busboom here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The stretch by Smith. Runner takes off. This one's lined into left field. Lipscomb coming on. He'll make the catch. Couillard-Rodak will have to head back to first base. 2 away, and here's Colton Brown. Boy, and you and I played baseball, though. There was no such thing as artificial turf.
No. Artificial mud is what it was most of the time.
Yeah. Colton Brown 1 for 2 today. A run scored. Check swing. Did he go around? They will appeal, and he did not.
Now I know why you got my answer. You saw my answer.
About Hank Aaron?
No, about Babe Ruth.
Oh, Babe Ruth?
You saw my answer.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I have no clue what you were doing. I'm always wondering why they're so easy.
I don't think these are hard.
Well, I know they're not. They're not hard. That's what I just said.
Well,
they're not hard.
I don't want someone to ask me the question and I don't know the answer.
You know, there's a thing called Google search. You can find out any answer you want. There's another foul.
But then I have to use my phone.
1 ball and 1 strike,
and
2 away.
You know how I am with my phone. I lose it everywhere I go. By the way, I did lose it in the hotel, and I did find it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
The pitch on the way is hit foul once again. Good cut by Brown.
Speaking of that, Hampton Inn, thank you so much for all you have done for the HCAC staff.
So is
Victoria Harrison.
Am I on a couch again tonight, or are you going?
You're on the pull out. Yes,
pull out.
Mm-hmm.
Runner takes off. The 1-2 pitch, low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Couillard-Rodak now down at second base.
Chuck said he's prepared for you.
I won't be spending much time in there by the time I'm done and get up in the morning for the sports page. I won't have much time, will I?
Oh, yeah, you have plenty of.
Break-even pitch off the end of the bat. Reed will charge and throw. 5-0, Rose-Hulman.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combined that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Your poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh Maine lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine.
Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the...
Lipscomb will lead things off here in the 8th inning. Takes the first pitch for a ball. That one caught the outside corner. Strike one. Lipscomb, Sullivan, and Smith all due up here in the 8th. Yeager working quickly, and that'll be fouled away. Boy, so many times a pitcher, it's about rhythm, getting the ball throwing. That's why as a hitter, you want to step out a little bit and try to shake that up.
Yep.
Lipscomb struck out, lined out, hit by a pitch today. Popped up left side. Rogers, Oliger. It'll be Oliger, the third baseman, squeezing that one for out number one. Here is Sullivan. Sullivan 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. Winner of this game will not play again until 4:30 tomorrow, as Sullivan falls behind at no balls and a strike. So they're going to get a lot of rest. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Oh, excuse me. They actually do play today at 4:30.
4:30. They play Hanover.
I was one ahead. Smith 0 for 2 with a sacrifice.
Yeah, Hanover #1 seed. Watching this game close, I'm guaranteeing that.
Yeah, by the way, again, I said Friday 4:30 is actually Thursday 4:30. Yes. Smith takes that first pitch high for a ball.
Well, as much as we travel today, this week, we don't even know what day it is, do we?
No. Pitches outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Busy Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was set up. Today is Thursday.
Pitch on the way, and it's a called strike. Franklin right now down to their last 4 outs of this game. There's another strike. Good pitch again by Yeager. Foul tipped, held on. Rose-Hulman leads it 5-0.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business, and
Then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Taking a look at this last out. How about that, huh? New pitcher for Franklin will be Braden Morrow, making his 10th appearance, 16 innings, 13 hits on the year, 10 strikeouts and 11 walks. And the first pitch is outside for a ball.
Young man from New Palestine, or Palestine in Indiana.
Or Palestine.
One or the other.
Fly ball. Erpenbeck, shallow center. Coming on is Sullivan. A long way to go and makes the catch. There's one away. That'll bring up Oliger. By the way, Morrow 0-1 this year with an ERA of 3.94. I think they might be a little confused on who he is.
On the number, yes.
Yeah. I guess in one jersey he wears 51 and the other one he wears 21. When he wears number 21, his ERA is 7.36. That's what
That's
it says
big.
That's what it says in the stat sheet, 7.36, but he's 51 is 3.94.
I would just wear 71 then.
71?
Yeah.
Where nobody knows exactly who you are or anything.
No one knows your name.
Okay. Oliger for 3.
The umpire's got it straightened. Both coaches are okay.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, though, that they have the stats split like that. So I'm not sure which one we should go by, but we'll give it a shot. Deep in the hole.
Oh,
Sanders
look at that play.
Backhanding and throwing not in time, and Oliger with an infield base hit, but a great play by Sanders just to get to that baseball. Here's Rasmussen. Couple of base hits, a run scored for Mason. If you're looking ahead to the 9th inning, Wallace, Redmond, and Taylor all due up for Franklin. 11 hits now by Rose-Hulman, and the pitch is popped up. Right side, Wallace in foul territory, now back in fair as Rasmussen has to sidestep him, and there's 2 away. Now to the top of the order, and Cade Klein. Klein today 1 for 4. Picked up that single back in the first inning, and will take the pitch.
You take again?
Well, if he gives me a good pitch, I'm going to take a shot at it. Like that. Base hit, Klein. Oliger rounding third, or should say second, onto third. So now runners at first and third, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Rogers.
See the swing of that hip, to turn those hips. My goodness.
Rogers has 2 base hits today, a run scored.
Klein's a great leadoff.
Yeah, not bad when you're hitting 390 coming in, or should say 370 with 38 runs driven in.
And much better now.
So again, Rogers with 2 hits, 12 hits now by the Fighting Engineers. Morrow's pitch on the way, blocked by Taylor.
The runner at third base might be an important run here.
Fly ball into right field. DeHart makes the catch. We'll head to the top of the 9th inning, 5-0 Rose. Back here as we head to the 9th inning, Wallace will lead things off. A high fly ball into right field. Erpenbeck is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. And now Franklin down to their final 2 outs. That'll bring up Dylan Redmond. Redmond 0 for 3.
Again, the winner plays at 4:30 this afternoon. Loser will play at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Redmond 0 for 3, as we'd mentioned. His last time up, he grounded out, and the pitch by Yeager's in there for a strike. And I'll tell you what, Yeager at the end of the last inning was about as fired up as you're going to see anybody.
You got to give him a ball.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is it right here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, we talk around the breakfast table tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Popped up, out of play. Well, again, when you talk about the way he has thrown today, and you've only given up 5 hits, you've only walked a couple, they could not have asked for a better day. Struck him out. 2 away. That'll bring up Adam Taylor as Franklin down to their final out of this first game of the HCAC baseball tournament.
Got to control your emotions here, though. Umpire just warned him to calm down.
Well, that's hard to do.
Yeah, but you still got to.
You're an emotional kind of guy that, you know, as long as I'm not showing anybody up.
Troy, I'm saying you got to calm down. What do you mean emotional?
After your 7 or 8 cups of coffee, right?
This is only that 3rd cup.
Only 3rd. Taylor singled back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 3, a strikeout victim in the 7th. And time will be called by Taylor. Again, our next game not till 1:15. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball, just missing outside.
Well, Mount St. Joseph plays game number 2 today, correct?
Yes.
So we'll have tons of stats for you, and I'm sure Anderson will have tons of stats for us.
Just outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Laid that one in there for strike 1. Taylor is ready to take on down to first base. Yeager set to throw again, and there's another strike. Down to the final strike right here for Taylor. The payout pitch on the way, and he lost him. Franklin stays alive, and they'll bring up Colby Reed. Reed has singled. He was hit by a pitch. He has walked. 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. Yeager's pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. The stretch by Yeager and the pitch. It's low for ball 1. One delivery on the way, hit well. Oliger backhanding that one at the line. Long throw, got him. Second, great play by Oliger down at 3rd base. And that ends the first game in a great pitched game by Yeager. But that defense by Oliger has been huge today. So game 1 is in the books. Your final 5-0. And really a dominating performance here today. You take a look at how close this is. And O'Connell just a great stretch and to hold on. That game took 2 hours.
2 hours to play.
Exactly.
Yes.
2 hours to play. So Yeager gets the win.
They will play again today at 4:30.
Yeager 9 innings. 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, giving up just 5 hits. He threw 148 pitches. On the other side, Harmon takes the loss. 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. So again, we remind you, our next game is at 1:15, Mount St. Joseph and Anderson, the 4 and 5 seeds.
And then Rose-Hulman will play Hanover at 4:30. Franklin will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. And we'll have all of those games for you.
Hanover and Rose-Hulman, the 1 and 3 seeds. That will do it for Game 1. Rose-Hulman 5, Franklin nothing. This has been Tournament Baseball on HCAC.TV.